All right, end of the day here. Whew. Sandalee, sand track just outside of Ottawa. Deep sand on the start, as you can see. This was the most chaotic day we have ever seen in Canadian motocross history. I don't think I'm exaggerating. So I'm going to try to do this. I did try to find somebody's electric bike. Anybody who had one, it seems the battery was dead. So I'm going to try to do it on my Scott Spark, non-electric assist or anything. So we're going to try that. Not sure how it's going to go, but here we go. I got all my electronics started. We're going to talk about how this was the craziest day you probably have ever seen, and you're going to see it on all the videos and everything. Hey, wait a minute, I just realized the gate's up and I can't get through the gate. Okay, I'm going to go around the gate. All right, I'm going to take the inside line. I'm going to take the Cole Thompson grass line. All right, so we're going to head down to Start Straight. I guess I will take the inside line then. We always have fun talking about that outside line, the De Silva line. Amateur day, it worked for a couple of riders, pretty cool to see. But man, I was going to say not a whole lot happened at this first turn, but it sure did happen. Noah Viney, Kyle Murdoch were down in the first 250 moto, came from dead last. Man, just kind of had to work their way up. But the biggest thing everybody's going to be talking about was when Phil Nicoletti, Jess Pettis, Dylan Wright all went down in this first turn. Chaotic in the second 450 moto. And it's just really moist sand here, right? So it's not a lot of elevation, but I'm going to have a hard time powering through all this. So I'm going to give it a go. But anyway, so Phil got going. Jess got up, was going to get going, started going, and then from the inside, Dylan Wright grabbed a handful of throttle, came into the inside of him. They hit. They both went down. Jess got the worst of it. Obviously, he's dealing with a lot of injuries and stuff that he had from last week at Gopher Dunes in qualifying. So he was out. Dylan was dead last. Oh man, I'm in this tractor trailer and I can't even pedal through this. But yeah, the day was crazy. As you can see, perfect sand here though. I love this track for that, the consistency. It's sandy, but it's got a bottom. Okay, I guess you get a little speed here. So when all said and done, Tanner Ward goes 1-1 and has the red plate in the 450 class. So new dad Tanner Ward, okay, I can make this unless I start spinning. I am spinning. Okay, this is always fun watching the guys launch off here. Here's Dave Bell cleaning up all of his speakers. Did a great job announcing. Whoa, oh, oh. 250 class. Hey Dave.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm gonna feel this one. Ryder McNabb dealing with an illness. Oh, had to pull out. Went to the hospital to get checked out. They cleared him to try riding. I'm not making that. But he had to pull out. Unfortunate for him. He had a good start. It looked like he was gonna rip it pretty good, and he was for a while. And then he had to pull off. So anyway, anybody watching this who thinks I'm gonna have a heart attack, don't worry. It just happens when I start and don't do a warm-up and then give it some effort. So, older you get, the longer it takes to warm up. But this is always a challenge too. Seeing the guys jump this, most of them sideways in the air. Watch the videos, check out Sebastian Racine out front that second race. Cleared it every time, just pointing the bike straight up in the air. Pretty cool. Obviously a million laps on this track he has, so it's cool to see him. It was like a training day, that first moto, with Kilroy out front and Sebastian chasing him down. Whew. But you wouldn't believe, we actually had a rain delay, lightning in the sky. We were off for an hour after the 450 first moto, and Kyle Thompson just told us that we were 5 minutes away from having the whole thing canceled. If they saw another strike of lightning in the next 5 minutes, Kinger, Daryl, Alex, they were gonna shut her down for the day. But we didn't get it. So the 250 motor went out. Second moto and some rain. But wasn't that bad, because this place can take an awful lot of rain, as you can see. Sandy. Uh-oh. Ooh, that's a lot of... Oh, and right here is where, remember when Dylan and Phil Nicoletti came together years ago? Ooh, Dylan Wright had a day he'd like to forget. First moto, charging up, I believe he was in third. Well, we'll come to that section in a minute, but whew, down hard. Oh, like we're all joking, nobody wants to win this championship. The 250 podium ended up being Racine, Rumpel, Kilroy, and the 450 was, whoa, ended up being, oh, Tanner Ward, Quinn Amiot, Preston Massiangelo. So, man, as you can tell, not that these guys aren't super fast, but we're missing Jess Pettis, Dylan Wright, Phil Nicoletti on that podium. So, and the guys, top guys, were clearing this, which I thought was impressive. Coming out of that corner, heading over here into Hell's Kitchen, and just launching, landing here. And then, if you weren't doing that, they were kind of spaced at a distance that, as a rider, they'd be very irritating, because you can't quite double them. You're landing in the face. So, this is Hell's Kitchen, we used to call it. Kind of toned it down a bit, I guess, but oh, this is pretty sandy. I got stopped there, guys. So anyway, there's like, it's a sand track. Rained a lot before the second 250 moto. I think I can make that. As you can see, all the moisture on the inside there. Nobody's going there. Little kicker there at the top of this one. It's not going to kick me up in the air, I know that much. I will not be going that fast, but should be able to get up this. There we go. Just a little small table, so you really had to scrub speed there. Now we're along the back tree section. Move in here. Missed that big rut. Nobody's ridden in there because everybody's jumping this. Now we're along the back section. Good passing opportunities along this straightaway. But then, nobody's going out there. Everyone's in here. As you can see, the one dry line. So, that's what happens, right? What are you gonna do? It's not up to you to try to make more lines mid-moto. You go to the fast one. So, that's what happens. You find the fast line, you don't come out of it. So, another little table coming up here. I'm gonna try to make this. Little kicker there too, put a lot of bikes sideways. Right there. Again, I'm doing fresh tracks here. Little table, a bit of a double, I guess. Land this. Whew, over there's the tower, announcing tower. I'll go inside, you can see the dry line. There were some spectators here. I wouldn't say it's crazy busy. But if anybody who did come out, they're gonna come again, because that was wild, wild stuff today. And this was kind of cool too, as the guys got under power. Wanted to swing you wide here, guys are just bouncing off this, coming right down to that root on that big tree, and flying down this back area where basically anything could happen back here, because nobody see it. But again, one good line on the inside, looks like one on the outside as well. So, again, not hilly, but just sandy, so I'm having a hard time pedaling through it. And I know that doesn't look deep, but it's pedal deep. I've watched my videos over, and none of the ruts look tricky on the video, so you're gonna have to take my word for it. But look at this one long rut, right? You gotta look ahead, look ahead. You don't want to get yourself caught looking down at your fender. Here's the back straight. Here's that first moto. Dylan Wright was third place. I believe he was coming up on Tanner Ward. Huge crash over here. I didn't see it, I just saw the end of it. Medics running, people running. He ended up getting up and finishing. But yeah, it was a scary one. Again, he was a few points down of the red plate. He lost a bunch of points. But again, there is also, I can't talk too much about the 450 overalls beyond the podium because there's a protest, or it's under review anyway, for, I'm told, something number 9 did. I guess, I'm assuming it was the first turn incident, but we'll have to wait and see what the ruling is on that. And there's the famous little corner up here, the sweeper. Bobby Canary hit one of those massive hay bales and actually moved it. He hit it so hard, true Bobby Canary fashion. Broken collarbone. My photo of him, big smile on his face. But yeah, as you can see here, right, so you just want to be up on the pegs. She's coming through here. I'm going to try to jump out of this rut because it's getting too deep up there. Take this inside one. And then it was interesting too, during qualifying, I was paying attention to this next roller section where the guys, the faster guys, could actually drop in after this first bump and double, and then you could end up doing double-double. If you didn't, a lot of times, again, these rollers end up spaced an irritatingly painful distance apart. So the guys would come in, roll here, or he'd jump it and land in the corner, and then try to jump these first two. So you go in here and try to jump this. Otherwise, you're trying to manual through. But quite a few guys were getting it. Some guys weren't getting the first one. They'd roll the first two and jump out. But you'd land here, and these things, they don't look too bad now, but earlier in the day, again, just kicking the bike sideways, trying to jump this next one to the infamous ski jump here that's been here forever. Right here, the high-speed jump. It used to be the mechanics area, not anymore. Remember, you come down here and mechanics would be on the right. But we're into the final turn coming up, and you wouldn't believe how humid it is right here, by the way. I am just soaked, and I got a 7-hour drive ahead of me. Fun. But yeah, flying through here, some riders just on the gas. Impressive to see riders go around the outside here and just hold it wide open, as some guys tried the inside because it's shorter, obviously. But if you could pin this, you could actually make passes, and people did. All right, because you'd be tempted to go in there, kind of work your way through that deeper on the inside, or if you were able to just hold it on out here, you just rail it. Then you had some speed coming out of this last turn towards the finish line, where some passes were made. So, saw a lot of exciting passes there on amateur day. Yeah, and if you're on the inside, you kind of slam that, while the guy on the outside comes in with speed. Jamie Asadio tried to qualify for 250 class, didn't quite make it. Went 1-1 in the WMX though. She's going to try it again, probably next week in Moncton, so watch for that. And this, when you jump this, you must be thinking you're holding too much gas on, but you're just wide open to land this. You let your hand off the gas, you come up short on that little jump there. So now you do this sweeper here, some close calls into that bale, and then there's a sweeper here. They've done the bulldozer here a little bit, but that's where the mechanics were. And it's, I gotta say, as a rider going super fast here, I think it'd be hard to pick up anything your mechanic was trying to say on the right side there, but that's where the mechanics area was. And the first turn for the start goes wide and around that second hay bale, but then the track actually goes through here down this straightaway. And there can be some pretty good action in here with the braking bumps that happen into this first turn. But I'm really happy to say this is going to be the end of my lap, and there are my tracks. Let's make it official. Boom. Stop right here in the shade. Oh my, that was tough. That was a loop of Sandali. Again, there's Dave Bell over there. Good job, Dave.
All right. No electric assist.
I didn't clean it though. Yeah, I just spun my tires and the ruts were a bit deep. But anyway, that round You'll have to watch the walk and talk. You'll have to watch the recap video. Crazy day here outside of Ottawa, Ontario. Next round is going to be in Riverglade, just outside of Moncton, New Brunswick. So that's where we'll be. Yeah, chaotic day. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go try to get the air conditioning, see if it'll go, see if my air conditioning in my new van goes to 11. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you out east.